All right, let's jump right in. We've all gotten used to 5G, right? But what's coming next? Well, it's not just another upgrade. It's a full-blown revolution, and believe it or not, the groundwork is already being laid. So, if you look back over the last, say, 40 years, you'll see this really interesting rhythm to wireless tech. It's like clockwork, a new G every decade. Each one brought something new to the table, from simple analog voice with 1G all the way to the Internet of Things with 5G. But here's where it gets cool. A bigger pattern has emerged. It seems like every 2 generations, we don't just get an upgrade, we get a massive, game-changing shift. Just think about it for a second. 2G basically gave us the digital phone itself, the device. Then fast forward 2 generations and bam, 4G gives us the smartphone, a supercomputer that fits in our pocket. You see the pattern? It suggests we're right on the edge of another one of those huge leaps, not just a tiny step forward. Which begs the question, if 4G gave us the smartphone, what on earth is 6G going to give us?
Okay, so let's be clear. 6G is not just 5G but faster. That's not the point at all. The visionaries who are actually building this stuff, they see it as a complete, fundamental change in what a network even is. We're not just talking about more bars on your phone, we're talking about rewriting the rules of how wireless systems work from the ground up.
And this idea really gets to the heart of it, perception. The network of the future isn't just a dumb pipe for your data. No, it's going to actually sense, understand, and interact with the physical world all around you. It's like the network becomes the brain, and all our devices become its eyes and ears. And that brings us to this core concept for 6G, the Internet of Everything. We're moving way past just connecting our phones and laptops. We're talking about a world where people, our environments, and even our own senses are all seamlessly fused together with the digital world. It's a huge shift from a network that we use to an intelligent environment that serves us. It's almost like building a nervous system for our entire society. I know, this all sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. So the big question is, how do we actually build it? Well, it really boils down to 3 key technological breakthroughs that make this whole intelligent network thing possible.
First up, you need just ridiculous speed. To make this new reality happen, 6G is going to have to move into totally new frequency bands, specifically what's called the terahertz spectrum. And what this does is unlock these just mind-boggling potential data speeds. We're talking up to 1 terabit per second. To put that in perspective, that's 100 times faster than the absolute peak speed of 5G. This is the raw power that makes all those real-time, data-heavy ideas even possible.
Second, we need intelligence. And I mean real AI baked right into the core of the network. So instead of the old one-size-fits-all approach, with 6G, every single cell site becomes a learner. It uses machine learning to get to know its specific neighborhood, the buildings, where people tend to be, the daily traffic patterns, and then it adapts. It creates these custom, super optimized beams that can literally find their way around obstacles to reach you more efficiently. And it does all of this on its own, no human fiddling required.
And number 3, coverage. Total, seamless coverage. The vision for 6G is to completely erase the lines between the networks on the ground and the satellites in the sky. The goal here is to take all these separate systems we have now, America's GPS, China's Compass, Europe's Galileo, Russia's GLONASS, and integrate them all into one single, unified space-air-ground-sea network that provides perfect connectivity literally everywhere.
Okay, so that's the tech. But here's the part that really matters. What does this actually let us do? Why should you care? Well, this combination of insane speed, built-in intelligence, and global coverage unlocks things that are just flat-out impossible today. It's where the line between our physical world and the digital world starts to get really, really blurry.
For starters, you can just forget about grainy video calls. We're talking about true holographic communication. With basically zero lag, you could have a full-body, life-sized avatar interacting in a shared digital space, making it feel like someone is physically right there in the room with you, whether for a business meeting or just catching up with family. This enables what people have been talking about for years, truly smart cities. The entire city environment becomes a living network of sensors. Vehicles, drones, traffic lights, they're all talking to each other instantly to optimize traffic flow, prevent accidents before they happen, and coordinate emergency responses in real time. It's about making our urban spaces safer and way more efficient.
Then there's healthcare. This could completely revolutionize it. When the delay or latency is down to just microseconds, a surgeon in New York could perform a complex procedure on a patient in Tokyo using a robot with precise haptic feedback. The distance becomes totally irrelevant when the connection is instantaneous. And it allows for one of the biggest ideas, digital twins. We could create perfect, living, real-time virtual copies of, well, anything. A jet engine so you can test it for faults without risk. A human heart to simulate a complex surgery beforehand. Or how about this? A digital twin of our entire planet to monitor climate change with an accuracy we can only dream of right now.
Okay, but let's pump the brakes for a second. This incredible future, it's not a sure thing, not by a long shot. There are some absolutely monumental hurdles we have to get over before any of this becomes a reality. And they range from money and physics to, you guessed it, global politics.
First off, there's the battle for the airwaves themselves, the spectrum. Here in the US alone, just getting control of the new frequencies needed for 6G could cost carriers over $85 billion at auction. That's a staggering amount of money, and it raises some really serious questions about how affordable and accessible this new technology will actually be. And then you get to the really thorny governance questions. When the network itself is making intelligent decisions, optimizing signals, routing data, prioritizing users, who sets the rules? This quote really says it all. It raises these critical issues of privacy, security, and control that we absolutely have to solve before we build the infrastructure. And you know how it is with tech, even as we're all just trying to wrap our heads around 6G, researchers are already looking even further down the road. So while 6G's big goal is to integrate our global satellite systems, 7G, which people are thinking about for around 2040, aims to truly unify them. The dream there is seamless space roaming, making the handoff between any system so smooth you could have one continuous connection from Earth all the way to deep space.
And all of this brings us to one final, really critical question. The next generation of wireless is going to do so much more than just connect us. It's going to perceive and actively shape our reality. And that leaves us with some big things to think about, like who gets to build it, what values are we baking into its code, and ultimately, what kind of future are we all willing to live in?